So, hello guys and good evening to the second race in the Porsche Cayman GT4 Cup. Today or tonight at the Virginia International Raceway. As we can see, we're loading into the track, 20 minutes of qualifying today. We switch to spectate, so we won't stand in the way for the start of the qualifying. It's 20 minutes again, qualifying time on the Virginia International Raceway. Same as last week. In the race we will have a few laps less, 33 compared to the 38 laps last week. The Virginia International Raceway, track with many corners. Just trying to find the map. 18 corners we have here. And we will follow the drivers. Hey Sandra, how are you? Hope you had a great day. Good start into the weekend. So we are with AX4X Broomski in this qualifying lobby. He again for the AX4X team. Also in this qualifying lobby we have AMS Hurricane for the Alien Motorsports team. AMS Tsunami this time in our qualifying lobby. ART Distinct back again. We had him in the race last week. Also here ART Sinister in that qualifying lobby. The Unseen Saint, we see him here. Also in the ART livery. And here we have ART Takashi, the pole setter from last week and also the winner of the first round. Here we have DDM Cem for the Daredevil Motorsports team and DDM Assassin, his teammate. And 10th driver in this qualifying lobby is DDM Drive. Hello SGR Corbett, nice to have you here. I hope you enjoy this weekend. Steph here to watch your every move. Well, I guess we need to check the moves of the drivers, if there is everything correct on track. But as we have seen last week, they were driving pretty fair drives, fair fights we had. And after the first lap, it's not the lap that counts because they were starting off the grid, so this lap is pretty slow. We will check to the, switch to the lap times. Yeah, Sandra also did good as well, had a busy day. And now finishing with this race in the evening. I think it's a pretty good end of the day. Yeah, you gave me the sweaty split. That's great. We've seen many of the drivers in A lobby last week, so I guess most of them we will see there later in the race. Hello Queen Els, I hope you have a great time. How are you doing? Is everything okay? So, and now we're almost at the end of the first flying lap of everybody. Let's switch to AMS Huracan. He's the driver in front of everyone. Let's see what lap time he got here. .151. Well, but it's a dirty lap, so he won't be at the top spot for now. All the others drove clean laps. ART Distinct with a 151.6 in his first lap. ART Takashi 152.0, second place at the moment. In third we have DDM Assassin. We can see him here with 153.1, and also Unseen Saint with a 153.1. So AMS Huracan had a pretty good lap time. Unfortunately for him it was a dirty time. And now at the end of the second lap, ART Distinct was the quickest so far. We will see if his teammate Takashi is able to beat him. Not for this lap. We have a triple ART row in front. ART Distinct kept his first position. ART Sinister quicker than ART Takashi. There's the pole sitter from last race. I'm doing good, Mistia. Yeah, it's great to be back. I wasn't either online or streaming in a really long time through the summer, but it's great to be back. And I have to say thanks again to TORA for that opportunity to stream this series. I think it's a great chance to get back into it on this Saturday evenings. Oh, ART Takashi here with the mistake. That won't be a good lap for him. So he's out of any chance to make progress this time. In fourth place we have DDM Jam with a 153.0. He's third at the moment. DDM Assassin fifth. Unseen Saint in sixth. AMS Huracan in seventh. We have still ART Distinct in first, so nothing changed. Well, Unseen Saint now in 4th position. AMS Tsunami got a quicker lap, now in 5th position. DDM Drive in 6th. DDM Jam back into 7th position here. AMS Huracan now at the 10th spot, the last spot in this lobby, 157.2. Not sure if this lap was a clean lap, it's not the best time. He can definitely go quicker, but we can see here he struggles a bit through those quick S's. And that's something we have seen in the last race also. A few drivers made mistakes through the quicker sections with those Porsche Caymans. Hey Arish, how are you? I hope you have a great evening. Let's go, can't wait for the race. Yeah, same for me. The race last week was really exciting, especially in the midfield. We have a lot of fights there. Yeah, thanks Cryman. Nothing really changed around this time. We have still ART Distinct in his yellow-black ART livery. ART Sinister, same livery, just different color. He's driving the green car. ART Takashi in the... well, I'm not good in guessing colors. Like bluish car. A little mistake there, dirty lap. No progress for him this time. As we can see, ART Distinct is driving through him. Mint, yeah, mint color, thanks. And the Unseen Saint in the purple livery. So 4 ART drivers in the first 4 positions. Then we have a DDM driver with DDM Gem. He managed to gain a few positions in his Michelin livery. So now they're going over the line. Let's see if anything changes at the top spots. Nope. First 4, 5 positions stay the same. No changes there. AMS Huracan, we have him here. Yeah, tomorrow we have the grand final in the GT Masters on ACZ. Yeah, I guess you're driving in the GT Masters in ACC. And we have AMS Huracan now with the quickest lap. He made it from 10th place into 1st position with a 1:51.498. So finally he managed to set a clean lap. Oh, and there we have a rollover by DDM Jam through the quick S's. He's on the roof. No. A lot of damage to his car, steering 100%, transmission 100%, driveline 100%. So he has to get back into the pits to repair his car for the last, well, around, I would say 5 or 6 minutes in this qualifying. Let's get back with the ticker. Yes, there it is. I don't know the lobby settings. I don't know if the lobby settings for the qualifying are with simulation damage or just fuel and tire management. I haven't read the whole reglement. Oh, he's staying out, okay. That's surprising. He's slowing down. Ah, okay, he's fine with his lap, I guess, so he's not trying to go for a quicker lap. So let's switch to someone who's still driving. Let's switch to ART Sinister. Yeah, the art liveries are amazing. They make for those races. Also, when they design replicas of all the cars, that's also really impressive to see that work that goes into those designs. And here we are with ART Sinister. Let's see if he can make progress this lap around the track. In 3rd position at the moment. No, he stays. Was a bit quicker, but didn't manage to gain a position. And now he's slowing down. We have ART Distinct now in 1st position. Oh, also the last lap. That was the reason why DTM Jam didn't come into the pits. So qualifying is over for all those guys. We have one more to come to cross the line. AX4X Broomski. Let's go through the field quick. We have ART Distinct. Finally managed to get in front of AMS Huracan with a 151.17. So around 2/10 quicker than AMS Huracan. He is in 2nd spot. ART Sinister on 3rd space. 3rd position, I mean. 4th position, the Unseen Saint. Also ART car, and then the pole sitter and winner from last week, ART Takashi, this time just 5th position. AMS Tsunami in 6th. DTM Jam 7th. We saw his rollover. There we have DTM Assassin 8th. 9th is DTM Drive. And 10th position AX4X Broomski. You're in tier 2 in the middle of the pack, but let's focus on today's great race. Where will you drive tomorrow? Which track? So, I went through the drivers here, through the pack, through the order, but that's not the final order for the race, because we have 2 other qualifying lobbies where the drivers were able to set times. So now the staff will collect all the times together and then set the order for the race. I guess for the race we will have 2 lobbies then, instead of 3 for the qualifying. So we will see more drivers this time. Well, the next time when we go back on track to the race. We can see the drivers backing out of the race. Oh, you're driving Bathurst? Yeah, I know that from the Forza races. Not many drivers get through with just one of the mandatory stops. But even though it's a pretty hard track, it's, well, a lot of fun to drive there. And also thanks for the follow, Corvette. A bit late, but yeah. Still thank you. So, 2 drivers left in here. We'll return to the lobby. I guess we can stay with DDM Gem for the race. So that gives us the time to switch to the statistics after the last race. So that's the ORM side. Here we can see the other series, TORA Spec E30. Little shout out there, that series held on Thursday. There was the penultimate race at the Nürburgring for all the regions. For the TORA Cayman GT4 Cup, we have just one championship for all regions, for all people around the globe. So let's go to the standings after the first race of last week. As I mentioned, ART Takashi, he won the first race, also the pole sitter. He managed to stay in front through the whole race. So he got 200 points after this race. Then we have ART Distinct in second position with 195 points. AMS Huracan in third position with 192 points. EXR Unfolded with 190 points. As I remember, he was in third position after the qualifying, lost a few spots through the race, but he profited a lot from the other drivers' mistakes, so he was able to gain some positions through the race and still manage to finish in fourth spot. DDM Drive fifth with 188 points, DDM Jam 186 points, ART Kermit with 184 points. Yes. Prod Detonator with 178 points, EBT Diego with 177 points. Those were the drivers we saw in the first lobby in the last week's race. Winner of the other lobby was PTG Eric, 176 points, SFM Darkser with 175 points. We will go through till the 20th spot. We have AX4X Mikun with 174 points, EBT Phoenix with 173 points. Then we have RSF1 Brundle with 172 points. Stupid Squab with 171 points, X-Absorb with 170 points, 19th spot NWR Trigger 169 points, and 20th spot DDM Assassin 168 points. So let's switch to the team standings. There we have ART Esports by Squadios with 395 points. But if we switch to this side here, we can see in the ART Esports by Squadios team, they are driving those 3 drivers. In the drivers standings, they have 200 and 195 points. Kermit here with 184 points. So as you can see, just the points of the 2 highest scoring in the team are counting into the team standings. Jam will be your race host sort up. Thanks for the information. In second we have DDM Lincoln Tech. I guess that's DDM Jam and DDM Drive in this team. Yes. Then we have in the Super Compacto Magazine team 360 points. PTG X FLA team 356 points. In 5th spot EBT Esports 350 points. Swordfish Motorsport managed to score 330 points out of the first race. SGR Extra Soft Porsche Machine 326 points. And then down there in 8th spot we have Alien Motorsport with 192 points, Exodus Racing with 190 points, and AX4X Sakura 174 points. That's the first 10 spots in the team standings. And as I mentioned, we are driving on the Virginia International Raceway today. 33 laps as soon as all the drivers manage to get into the lobby. We're switching back into the lobby. The first few drivers joined already. And here we can see some known names. DDM Jam is still with us. DDM Assassin, same with him. SFM Darksword this time in this lobby here. ART Sinister State. Well, he came back after he left. ART Distinct also in this lobby. CJ Dimes 12 also here. EBT Tiago back again with us in this lobby. This time we have Stupid Squab in this lobby, and also back again SVR Spectre. He had a pretty good performance together with ART Tagashi in last week's race. Unfortunately he had to pit very early and also had the disconnect late in the race. Who designed that GRT livery? This one was made by the Rock, but for a series a few months back. Yeah, that's the only livery I have for the Porsche Cayman. Instead of the standard livery, I like it a lot, so I thought I will keep it on the car. So we have the Unseen Saint back again. Who else? AMS Tsunami joined again. I guess in this case also missing for the race is ART Takashi. X Absorb X is joining us for the race. At the moment we are with 13 drivers out of 17. So we're still waiting for 3 more drivers to join us this evening. One driver has a tag issue, please hold, okay. Yeah, we will wait for him. So let's check if they created a grid already. Well, that might be the grid. What I'm thinking, there are still drivers missing, cause AMS Huracan had a really good spot in the qualifying. So I can't say for sure if that's the grid for the race already. Okay, grid for lobby 1. SVR Spectre, first position. ART Distinct in second. Then we have still missing AMS Huracan. He will start in third position. CJ Dimes 12, fourth spot. ART Sinister, fifth spot. The Unseen Saint in sixth position. Then we are missing ART Takashi. Wait, I hope I switched to spectate. I think, yeah, I switched to spectate. ART Takashi, he will start in 7th. AMS Tsunami 8th. 9th spot for SFM Darkser. EBT Diego, he starts in 10th. X Absorb X, for him it's 11th position. DDM Gem 12th spot, Stupid Squab 13th, FLA Fitty 430 15th, and DDM Assassin 727 15th position. So we will see 15 drivers in this lobby today. FLA Fitty joined, so We are missing one more driver. CJ Dimes 12 has a really nice car. Yeah, it's the Pearl Effect livery of Forza Motorsport. So as you can see from different angles, you can see slightly different colors. So Amos Huracan joined finally. And let's hope that for all the drivers there won't be any issues at the beginning of the race and also through the race. We had I think it was two disconnects last week, so let's hope we won't have any any disconnects this week. So we can start with all 15 drivers and also finish with all 15 drivers. All the drivers are ready for the race. Just Huracan is missing, but we can give him a few more seconds before we start the race. Yeah, at the lap counter you can see 34 laps. I mentioned that the race will have 33. That means the first lap of the race will be a warm-up lap, so it doesn't count to the race time. And also one mandatory pit stop through the race. And the race is about to start. We will set the view to SVR Spectre because we will follow the field through that warm-up lap. I will show you all of the drivers before we start. Now we're loading on the track. And the Virginia International Raceway round of the TORA Cayman Cup is about to start. At least for now it's just a warm-up lap. Here we can see SVR Spectre in his Solar Vision livery. On first spot, pole position this week for him. Behind him we have ART Distinct in the yellow ART highlighted livery. Amos Huracan in second spot in the Lauda Trading Limited livery. CJ Dimes 12 in his Pearl Effect livery. Fourth spot. ART Sinister starts in fifth spot. The green highlighted ART livery. Behind him we have the Unseen Saint, sixth spot, and ART Takashi, both for ART. Then we have AMS Tsunami, another Alien Motorsports driver. Oh, okay, that looked weird. We had SFM Darkser. No, it's just to, I remember, to dirty the lap, the warm-up lap, so when you fight through the whole race it might happen that the warm-up lap is your quickest lap because you don't get a quick lap time together when you're fighting in the pack. So we have SFM Darkser in the Swordfish Motorsport livery, also for the Swordfish Motorsport team. EBT Esports, EBT Tiago, X Absorb, Rogue Energy Ravenol, DDM Jam in the Michelin DDM livery, Stupid Squad in the SGR livery, FLA Fitty in the FLA livery, and last spot DDM Assassin, 15th position. Now the drivers row up for the start. Let's switch a bit further front. Now we are with the Unseen Saint, the drivers side by side, double file start, and as soon as they cross the line they're okay to go. They cross the line, the race is about to start. SVR Spectre, pretty good start, stays in front of ART Distinct. Little nudge there between the drivers here. Oh, ART Distinct sliding, and now the Unseen Saint sliding and now off the track here. Little mistake in the first corner, that throws him back into the last position. One driver hit the IMSA shield. We switch in front to AMS Tsunami. He's in 7th spot. Oh, one driver off the track here. But most of them without any trouble. We had the Unseen Saint with the outer side of his car in the grass. There's CJ Dimes 12 in the grass, and ART Distinct got the first position after a little mistake of SVR Spectre. Now back in 2nd position, AMS Hurricane behind him. Let's see if there's a counter by SVR Spectre. In the slipstream here. All sliding through the brake zones here. Really tricky, those Caymans. You can see that in those heavy braking zones, and especially through the S's. Now Spectre in the slipstream of ART Distinct. Is he able to set a move into the first corner, into the horseshoe? Nah, he has to stay behind. Different line compared to ART Distinct. Looks like his line was faster through that first corner. Oh, there's a fight behind there between AMS Tsunami and SFM Darkser. Side by side through that section here. There, AMS Hurricane with a mistake off the track. Also AMS Tsunami off the track here. Now Hurricane comes back without any trouble for the other drivers. There's a lot going on here in the pack. AMS Hurricane fall back in. Oh, and there a little nudge from CJ Dimes, and he hits Darkser, who also went off the track. Darkser, we can see him here in the barrier. Completely damaged cars hanging there, not getting away. I guess that's for him in this race. Also damage for AMS Tsunami, 100% steering and driveline. That was a heavy crash there. But most of the other drivers can still drive here. Was pretty unlucky. SFM Darkser already went off the track. Then AMS Tsunami with a little slide there. He got a little nudge by, I guess it was CJ Dimes, 12. And he pushed him off the track into Darkser and he sent him into the rollover. Let's go back in front. There we have drivers fighting AMS Huracan with the move against X-Absorb. Now back into 7th spot for Huracan. Oh, little contact there from Stupid Squab. Here we have AMS Tsunami in the pits now. AMS Huracan off track there. Yeah, Darkser managed to get off the wall finally, but he's pretty slow. Let's go back into the field. Oh, and there again, driver sliding. That was the wrong driver. We had Stupid Squab here with a slide and now also spinning completely. But luckily no heavy crash. He was side by side with, I think, Unseen Saint. I can't say for sure, it was just a purple livery. Side by side, Stupid Squab into a spin. And there we can see SVR Spectre in first spot. Sorry, in second spot. In front is ART Distinct. There we can see SFM Darkser managed to get into the pits. Guys, give you all room. Yeah, it's pretty close. A lot of contact here, especially in those high-speed sections. Yeah, the Stuart team will have to look into a lot after this race. SVR Spectre still behind ART Distinct. Behind there, the field quite sorted. Hey Ryok, how are you? Nice to see you here. No stream today? Oh, SVR Spectre here with a little shake through that section. But he kept it alive. Behind ART Distinct. Also behind, no troubles this time. And Darkser's out of the race. DNF for him. Also he wrote in the chat, "Rip me, hey Darkser." Very unfortunate for you. But you had a pretty okay start with, I guess, managing to gain 2 spots. Oh. There we have the loading screen. We're missing another driver. Spectre managed to get into first position. Who are we missing? We will see in the loop data. ART Takashi with a DNF. Disconnect by him. The leader after race 1. This time no points for him. Well, at least less points for him. But Spectre managed to get in front of ART Distinct Oh, that looks... Oh, and he get off the track! Spectre loses his lead. Hit the barrier there. No damage for him, except of the 8% transmission damage he got. And also back into 3rd position. ART Sinister now in 2nd. There's a lot going on here in this race. There's a lot going on here, yeah. Virginia International Raceway with his track layout promises such exciting races. Yeah, Virginia isn't the best track for forcing contact as we see this time. Had a 14-hour stream yesterday and a 6-hour this morning. How did it go? Was it a nice stream? Yeah, I guess I would say you earned it after such a long time streaming. No 1.5 meter distance here. No, not really. As we can see, many drivers set cars to cuddle. I made a solo mistake out of 9, but I don't know how I ended up upside down. Unseen... no, was it Unseen Saint? No, Tsunami got a hit from behind. And he hit you. And... yeah, pretty unfortunate. So let's switch back. Here we have Absorb in front of the Unseen Saint. DDM Jam was out in the grass a bit, but no big trouble for him here. Can turn this off. Now the Unseen Saint with the move against X-Absorb. Let's see if this goes well. Yeah, Absorb plays. Yeah, he did well. He let him through. So the Unseen Saint now in front of X-Absorb. Really nice move here. And it looks really close there between ART Sinister and Asvier Spectre. No, the race is definitely not boring. Let's see if it will stay like this in the next 75% of the race. But we lost 2 drivers already with SFM Darkser and ART Takashi. So just 13 drivers left in this race. And when you look how they're driving through those quick sections, it's no wonder that it's a hard time to stay on track there. When you see them sliding and drifting through those high-speed corners. And Spectre still behind ART Sinister. Managed to brake later than ART Sinister, looks a bit faster than him. Through that last section of the lap. Came a bit out of the on the grass. And now behind him in the slipstream, 50 feet the distance to him, 51 feet. But as we can see, he's able to brake a lot faster than ART Sinister. That's where he gains the time on him. And now, oh, little nudge there, but no heavy contact between them. Yeah, it looks like SVR Spectre is definitely quicker than ART Sinister. He's pushing a lot from behind. 26 feet, the distance between both of them, 20 feet. And now on the pretty long straight here in the slipstream. That's the chance for him. He's out of the slipstream there. But as we saw, he can brake a lot later than ART Sinister. Better line from SVR Spectre here compared to ART Sinister. A lot quicker through that turns here. And now on the start finish straight, also better line through that last turn. The gap is a lot smaller than last lap. Just 28 feet this time. And he's braking, and there he's going for the move inside of ART Sinister. Contact there, just leaning on ART Sinister, and now he's in front, but not completely. This is not done. ART Sinister here with the inside line. Oh, they're doing brilliantly around the outside. And now ART Sinister sticks behind. Great move by SVR Spectre. Oh, little slide there. Ooh, that was really, really close. Hui. You guys are killing me. But ART Sinister still behind him. Is he able to go for a counter move as long as SVR Spectre's in front of him? Now it looks like Spectre's driving away from him. Yeah, we can see here SVR Spectre with the better line compared to Sinister. Let's check the lap times of them. Last lap was 1/10 quicker from Spectre. And also it looks like AMS Huracan comes closer to CJ Dimes. Oh, Sinister still behind him. Not close enough to set a move. Yeah, Spectre's last lap was 4/10 quicker. The field in the mid-pack and the end of the field are quite sorted. But we can see here AMS Huracan is coming closer to CJ Dimes 12. Ooh, also sliding here. That looks really close for all the drivers. Each lap around that track. Also CJ Dimes here with a slide. You could see the smoking tires of him. Also here again. So he's definitely driving at the limit. At the moment we are in lap 11. And as AMS Huracan is still a bit behind CJ Dimes, we will use this for a little go through the pack. We start with the leader with ART Distinct. First spot for him. Quite dominant race since SVR Spectre's mistake earlier in the race. SVR Spectre managed to get back into second spot in the meanwhile. Increasing the gap to ART Sinister in third spot. He had a nice fight with SVR Spectre but couldn't keep him behind. There we have CJ Dimes fourth spot. Really good race on this position. AMS Huracan behind him. We saw him quite some time off the track, but he is also managing to gain spots and time through the race. Oh, CJ Dimes still contact with the crest there. That's the opportunity for AMS Huracan. That's the chance for him to get closer, maybe to overtake him. Not through this quick section, but maybe in turn 1 next lap or after the long straight here. Oh no, he's going there for a move. Leaning on CJ Dimes. He had a little slide there, now side by side. CJ Dimes contact there. AMS Huracan around the outside. Up in fourth spot. Really decent move from him. Really nice. Good job. AMS Huracan up in fourth spot. CJ Dimes back in fifth after this good move of AMS Huracan. Used the little mistake of CJ Dimes 12. There we have DDM Cham in 6th spot. The Unseen Saint in 7th. He was way closer to DDM Cham early in the race. Yeah, have a good night, Ryok. Was nice to see you here. I hope you enjoyed the time here, and yeah, sleep well, mate. Yeah, back to the race. We have DDM Assassin in 9th spot, 10th FLA Fitty. From those drivers we have a quite silent race, nothing too, I would say, no really struggles from them. Stupid Squab, he had a early slide there through the fast S's, but he managed to gain a few spots back. EBT Tiago in 12th position and AMS Tsunami in 13th after his crash early in the race. He is 13th. Yeah, Arish, P4 and P5 are still close together. AMS Huracan after his move didn't manage to get a big lap here fast compared to SVR Spectre. He's now way in front of ART Sinister, was it? Yes. So CJ Dimes, now that AMS Huracan overtook him, looks pretty quick compared to him. Not quicker, but still stays in touch. And what I wonder, with such an early pit stop that AMS Tsunami had to do, how he's coming through with tire wear, cause the drivers who are still on track with no pit stops, they are now around 47% of tire usage. Huracan 48, ART Sinister 55, So he uses a bit more of his tires. 46 for SVR Spectre and 51% for ART Distinct. So that might be close for him. 35% for him now after 14 laps. We will see later in the race if it turns out for him well or not. Oh, CJ Dimes looked like he made a little mistake there through the last turn. Managed to stay on track. ART Distinct in first spot. He's driving a really good race since he's in his first position. He gained it from SVR Spectre after his mistake. Are guest drivers allowed? Let me think about, not really as guest driver, but you can sign in for the race and then you can drive if it's possible for you or not. So you have to sign in on the TORA page on the ORM, the online racing manager. There you can sign in. And yeah, if you want to drive, you can drive if you have the time for it. SVR Spectre. We are with the lap times, so let's check how his lap times are and if he's able to get closer to ART Distinct. ART Distinct 151.3 last lap and Spectre with 152.1, so he lost 8 tenths in the last lap. So it doesn't look like he gets closer to Distinct. Let's see what the last lap times say. 157 of SVR Spectre. What a banger lap. Well, no, it was just the best lap, not the last lap of him. But still, he was a few tenths quicker than Distinct. Distinct last lap with a 151.5, Spectre with a 151.4. But most of the drivers are in the 51s. CJ Dimes with a 53 lap last lap, so he had some trouble. Made a little mistake somewhere, and there's the first driver, well, except of AMS Tsunami. He had to make an early pit stop after the crash, but EBT Diego, he's the first driver in the field who makes his strategical pit stop here. Not caused by a crash or something. He was behind Stupid Squab and in front of AMS Tsunami. He was in 12th position, now back in 13th. The field quite sorted in the meanwhile. But we saw the drivers. How this track forces them to keep focus and keep the cars on track, so it can go really, really fast to make a little mistake or to get off the track. Last lap times SVR Spectre 151.1, ART Distinct 151.5, another 4 tenths gained by SVR Spectre. AMS Huracan also getting closer to ART Sinister here. Yeah, the best lap of SVR Spectre was a 157. That's a really fast lap. Well, if you want, then you can sign in for next week. I will have a quick look at the track. Sebring International Raceway full circuit next week, 9 p.m. For our time, and yeah, then you can have a race with all those guys here. And we have ART Distinct in the pits now for his first pit stop also, as we are Spectre coming in. ART Sinister stays out. Same as AMS Huracan. So another 2 drivers into the pits now. SVR Spectre decides to go on the same strategy than ART Sinister. So he's not trying to go for the overcut, drive a few more quicker laps and then come in later. Well, for ART Distinct the pit stop paid off. He is in front of the Unseen Saint. And also for SVR Spectre, he managed to get out in front of X-Absorb. Oh, a bit shaky there on the new fresh tire set. Can't we see the tire heat somewhere? Unfortunately not, just the damage to the tires. Yeah, DDM Jam in 4th spot now, after they pitted. Was it the endurance race in March with the retro cars? Was it this one? And we have another driver in the pits, ART Sinister for his first stop. AMS Huracan stays out. Nobody else is coming in, as it looks like. No, the Unseen Saint is also coming in to the pits. And also X-Absorb. Now we have AMS Huracan in front. He's getting some leading laps here. 19 of 33 laps done, so we're have a bit more than the half of the laps. Yeah, with Retro GT and prototypes. Which one were you driving? Did you drive the prototypes or the Retro GT? Ah, the Ferrari. Oh, and it looks like it's getting closer between Jam and ART Distinct. Jam haven't done his pit stop yet. ART Distinct did his pit stop already. So Distinct has to fire away into past DDM Jam. Well, he can wait till he makes his pit stop, but as we could see on the lap times, Distinct is way more DDM Jam comes into the pits same as CJ Dimes, so free air for ART Distinct. AMS Huracan still out. Hasn't pitted yet. And let's see how it looks like between DDM Jam and the Unseen Saint. He's days in front, but Unseen Saint is, well, kinda close there. Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't either drive the race at Sebring, the 12 hours, nor commentate it. But I heard some people had a lot of fun there at the 12 hours of Sebring. And now after, well, almost all... Ooh, DDM Jam there! Sliding, heavy shaking here through the fast section. And that's a chance for the Unseen Saint to get closer to him. But DDM Jam kept the car on track. Now AMS Huracan, is he coming into the pits? Yes, he comes into the pits for his pit stop. So all drivers have done at least one pit stop. That means ART Distinct back in first, Spectre back in second, Sinister in third. Let's see how close Huracan managed to get to Sinister. There, Sinister passed Huracan, and the gap is around, yeah, between 70 and I guess would say 150 feet. So not that much of a space. And Huracan definitely managed to get closer to Distinct. So for some it gets closer and closer in those mid up to late stages of the race. The Unseen Saint way closer to DDM Jam. Also behind in the field, AMS Tsunami gets closer to FLA 5430. We will have a look at it. The Unseen Saint right behind DDM Jam. The lap before, DDM Jam out of the pit had struggled a bit through this section. And we can see the Unseen Saint is a lot quicker here. Now right behind him. No chance here. DDM Jam defending quite well. No chance here for the Unseen Saint. But he stays in the slipstream, and we see here 10 and 11th place and also 12th and 13th place are fighting. And now the Unseen Saint right behind DDM Jam, pushing him through the corner here. Now the last few turns, DDM Jam with a slide here. And it gets also really close between ART Sinister and AMS Huracan, so a lot of fights here now for many of the teams, many of the drivers. It looks pretty close between AMS Tsunami and... Oh no, Tsunami comes in for his second stop. after his early crash, so let's switch back to those two guys. Huracan behind Sinister, but yeah, hey, EBT Aronovich. Go EBT, yes. We can have a look at him very soon. At the moment he's in 11th spot, EBT Diego, but now we will stay with the action here for a few more moments. And there Unseen Saint had a little look up there, but not going for the gap. Stayed behind DDM Jam. And also it looks really close between Huracan and Sinister. Fight for the podium. We will switch to 3rd and 4th spot for the podium fight. And also thanks for the follow, EBT Aronovich. Arrow 9 win. Oh. Arrow 9 win, sorry. Yeah, really close between those two guys. Here fighting for the last spot of the podium. I have to say I don't know where to look at the moment with those fights going on here. Oh, Sinister there with contact with the grass. And now Huracan is really close. 23, 24, 25 feet behind Sinister in the slipstream there. The slipstream is not that effective here for those cars, so he has to fight his way through. But Sinister gives him no chance here. Now last turn here for both drivers. ART Sinister still in front. Now over the start-finish line. Ooh, Amos Huracan gained a lot here on the brakes compared to Sinister. Is there a chance for an overtake here? Yes, the Unseen Saint goes through. Unfortunately, we missed the actual move, but we can see here the Unseen Saint overtook DDM Jam. So the Unseen Saint gained 1 spot against the DDM driver. But it's still a lot of fire here between those two. And also it looks like SVR Spectre can gain on ART Distinct. Now in the slipstream again, but ART Sinister is making the gap bigger between those both drivers. So still no chance for AMS Huracan here. But now with the better line. But ART Sinister gives him no room for a move here. Oh, AMS Huracan with a really good line here. Oh, over the curb! Sliding! Oh, almost lost the car, but he stayed on track. Difficult moment for aim his Huracan. That costs him a lot. But there was the chance, there was that little chance he tried to go for the gap, but he couldn't go for it. The Unseen Saint back again behind DDM Cham, so he was able to get back in front. So Cham again in 7th position. Yeah, enjoy the online lobbies. I have some time, so I can... Yeah, maybe we'll see us later. Maybe I join later, after the race, after the stream. Was nice to have you here. We will see us later. So now that those fights are quite sorted, we can switch to EBT Tiago, driver for the EBT Esports team, with the number 29. He's doing a really good job here, no big incidents for him. He's managing it quite well. In front of Stupid Squab here, and in last position we have AMS Tsunami with his 2 stops he had to make. Was pretty unfortunate for him, that crash early in the race. That also was the reason that we lost SFM Darkser. He had a rollover after a little nudge from behind. He managed to get back into the pits, but I'm not sure if he left or disconnected through his pit stop. But he was already 1 lap behind, so I could imagine that he left the race. I wouldn't wonder about it. And it's still close between DDM Cham and the Unseen Saint, and we are right in the correct moment here. Around the outside, the Unseen Saint trying to set the move on DDM Cham, and he managed to go around the outside. Really good move here from him. Set his car on the outside of DDM Cham and goes around there. Let's switch back to DDM Cham. Maybe he can set a counter, he did it before. The Unseen Saint overtook him a few laps earlier already, and there, DDM Cham with the better line here. Overtakes the Unseen Saint on the start-finish straight, now side by side. And braking into turn 1. Little lock up there from DDM Cham, but he stays in front of the Unseen Saint. Pretty good counter move him from here. Counter move by him. Sorry. Little tongue twister. And as we can see, also AMS Huracan is getting closer to ART Sinister again, after he lost some feet while he almost spun. Spectre last lap 2/10 quicker than the leader. It's getting closer again between those two in the first spots. But those tenths per lap won't get him into a striking distance on ART Distinct. Oh, contact there from the Unseen Saint. Hit the rear of DDM Chem. Braked a lot later than DDM Chem. Hit him there and got off the throttle to stay behind DDM Chem. Luckily he didn't get off the track, cause then he would have lost a lot of time. Now with the wider line here through turn 1. Still in the slipstream, still really close between those two drivers. Oh, again contact. DDM Chem struggling here a bit. The Unseen Saint looks a lot faster there and hit him at the rear. And also AMS Huracan getting closer and closer on ART Sinister. In the front we have ART Distinct in front of SVR Spectre. The gap is closing down between those two. SVR Spectre looks a lot faster, 7/10 quicker in the last lap. Spectre gains a lot on Sinister here. And also Huracan looks way faster than Sinister. Yeah, 6/10 quicker from Huracan than Sinister. And right now it's also really close between EBT Diego and Stupid Squab. In the meanwhile, Stupid Squab managed to get the position of EBT Diego. With 5 more laps to go. Yeah, after a few laps during the mid of the race where almost nothing happened, now it looks closer and closer between a few pairs on track. DDM Chem there with the mistake, keeps the car on track, but that's a chance for the Unseen Saint. And that's his advantage against DDM Chem. He goes through in 6th spot. DDM Chem is still behind. Is he going for a counter there? No. The Unseen Saint stays in front. And now it looks pretty close between Huracan and Sinister. SVR Spectre with a 150.6 lap. That's really quick. That's the quickest lap of the day so far. as far as I remember. And he's really going for that first position now. He really wants it in the last couple of laps now. And this 156 also means that he gained 9/10 on ART Distinct here. Oh, Sinister with a little slide there. AMS Huracan with the better line through the section. (151.3) from ASVR Spectre. I didn't see the time of Distinct. (151.3) also. And again 3/10 quicker from AMS Huracan. And in the last few spots, EBT Diego also stays close to Stupid Squab. .40 feet between those two drivers here on the last few laps. 3 more to go. Well, 4 if we count this one. We have to finish. Oh, Huracan here struggling. Oh, heavy slides in that quick section. But he managed to close the gap on ART Sinister, even though with his drifts here. And that's what we are looking for, those fights even in the last laps of this race. Huracan looks on fire for this last spot of the podium. Let's switch to the leading duo. Doesn't look that close between them. ART Distinct managed the gap quite well. So let's switch back to ART Sinister and AMS Huracan. It looks really close between them. But for the last lap we will switch back to the leading duo. But now we stay with them. Not much time for Huracan left. He was close to him a few laps before, like 10 laps ago, but then too heavy on the curb, and now around the outside. ART Sinister, little contact there. ART Sinister defending heavily there against AMS Huracan. Stays in front for now. But Huracan now in the slipstream on the long straight here. Can he set a move? Yeah, that 156 was the quickest lap of Astro Spectre. That was a really good lap. Oh, little contact there. Nothing heavy. Now it looks like Huracan is pushing Sinister here through those turns. And as we can see also in the last few spots, AMS Tsunami gets closer and closer to EBT Diego and Stupid Squad, but now AMS Huracan is right behind in the rear of ART Sinister, touching the rear end. Turn by turn. Now trying a bit different line, getting more traction out of that turn. Sinister here. Oh, Huracan is almost pushing him through that section, through that S curves. Oh, again Huracan shaking there. But somehow he is still faster than Sinister. Even though he's fighting to keep the car on track. I have to say I don't want to miss this here, cause I want to switch to the first two drivers for the last lap, but this is really exciting how they are driving here. So close to each other. And now we are in the last lap of the race. Leading from ART Distinct, we will stay with Huracan for this move here. ART around the outside of ART Sinister. This looks really good. Sinister back in front, but still side by side, both of them. Now the inside line for AMS Huracan, and he gets this third spot now. ART Sinister behind him. Can't set a move, and that's third spot for AMS Huracan. Oh, gets on the grass here. ART Sinister now behind Huracan. Oh, again shaking here a lot. But for the last couple of seconds we switch in front to ART Distinct. Still in front of SVR Spectre. Stood in first position for the whole race. Managed it quite well to get this first spot. SVR Spectre, with his unfortunate little mistake early in the race, managed to get back into second spot here. So first ART Distinct, congratulations to that win after the podium in the first race. Now the win, SVR Spectre in second. Congratulations after his disconnect in the first race. And there we have ART Sinister, he got back into third spot. Managed to overtake AMS Huracan. He is doing a little rollover through the finish line. And CJ Dimes 12 in 5th spot. 6, the Unseen Saint. At the end he managed to stay in front of DDM Jam. DDM Jam finished 7th. In 8th we have X Absorb X with a little drift over the finish line. Also DDM Assassin roll over into the grass. There we have FLA Fitty for 30, 10th position. A really good race from him. Didn't have any issues. And AMS Tsunami, he managed to get back into 11th spot after his 2 pit stops this race. And Stupid Squab, he is in 11th position. No, sorry, 12th position. And EBT Diego, he finishes in 13th. And now the race is over. We will have a look here over the field. Fastest lap by SVR Spectre is a dirty lap 156. That was the quickest lap over the day, but the quickest counting lap was from ART Distinct with a 150.9. Yeah, ART Distinct with the I have to say I don't really remember. I don't want to say anything wrong, but I think he got the pole position. I have to say, after those hectic hours, I don't really remember. No, SVR Spectre was in first position. ART Distinct started in second position, finished in first. First victory of the season. In the second race, Spectre finishes second, ART Sinister third. Unfortunately, ART Takashi, winner after the first race, didn't see the finish line. Also SFM Darkser. Yeah, this was a quite hectic race. A lot was going on there on the track. We have seen 13 out of 15 drivers get through the finish line. And before we end this day, we will have a look at the standings. Well, I don't think they're already in. Let's check. Oh, they are in already. So, well, almost. Well, lobby 2 is still missing. But I guess for the first 5 spots we can definitely go through the standings here. After 2 races and 1 victory in the second race, we have ART Distinct in first spot with 395 points. AMS Huracan with 1 third position and 1 fourth spot this race with 382 points in second spot. DDM Gem third spot with 370 points, 25 points behind the leader. Then FLA Fitty 430 with 358 points. X-Absorb gained a lot of positions. He's in 350. He got 352 points. SVR Spectre, after his disconnect in the first race, with 349 points and the second place now. Then we have DDM Assassin with 348 points, but that's not the overall finish. That's just the first 7 drivers that have collected points in 2 races. Now we have a few more drivers here. ART Takashi, we can see him in third. So also EBT Diego is in the 6th spot, so there's still a bit happening, because not all the drivers are already in the system. But I think we can definitely say that ART Esports by Squadios will still be in first spot after this race. I would say that DDM Lincoln Tech also stays in second. PTGX FLA now in third. But we won't keep an eye on this anymore. Let's look 1 week in front. Next week, round number 3, we will drive on the Sebring International Raceway. Sorry. Race start is 8 PM UK time. on Saturday, November 21st. Yeah, but we don't have to wait one whole week for a TORA organized race, cause next week is the last race of the TORA Spec E30 Cup on Thursday. Homestead International, also hosted by TORA, Friday, November 20th. Well, at least for the US. For Europe and Australia, it's on Thursday. So, next race, powered by TORA, TORA Spec E30 on Thursday. Next round of the TORA Cayman GT4 Cup Sebring International Raceway, Saturday next week, 8 p.m. I hope you enjoyed the stream a lot. It was a pretty hectic race, a lot happened there on track. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did so, follow my channel to stay tuned for the next race for next week. If you want to see those guys racing again, tune in next week. I wish you a good night, a pretty good rest of the weekend, and goodbye.